Hey lovelies, let's cut straight to the chase. Sagittarius, the wild archer of the Zodiac, isn't the commitment phobe everyone whispers about. When they love, it's a firestorm that could burn down empires. You've heard the rumors, right? That they're too free-spirited for romance, too untamed for loyalty. I'm here to shatter that myth and dive deep into the cosmic dance of Sagittarius love matches. Who sparks their flame and who just gets burned. Now, before we unpack the starry secrets of their heart, let me nudge your curiosity a bit more. Have you ever wondered if a Sagittarius could truly settle with someone who craves control? Or if their perfect match is just as wild as they are? Stick with me, because we're peeling back layers of passion and conflict you didn't even know existed. I've seen these pairings play out in real life. Some are pure magic, others a total train wreck. Let's explore what makes their love tick, and trust me, there's a twist waiting around the corner. First, let's get cozy with the Sagittarius soul. Picture this, a spirit as untamed as a Mustang galloping across an endless plain, bow in hand, always chasing the next horizon. They are ruled by Jupiter, the planet of expansion, so their heart doesn't just love, it explodes with adventure, curiosity, and a fierce need for freedom. But here's the rub. That same thirst for independence can make them seem aloof, even reckless, to partners who need stability like oxygen. I've watched countless Sagittarians charm their way into someone's life only to bolt when the reins feel too tight. Their ideal match isn't about taming them, it's about running alongside them, matching their stride. Think of it like a dance. Sagittarius leads with spontaneity, but they need a partner who can keep up without tripping over their own feet. I remember a dear friend, a Sagittarius through and through, who once planned a midnight hike on a whim. Her partner at the time, bless their heart, just couldn't grasp why she'd risk a sprained ankle for a view. That mismatch in energy, it's the silent killer in their romances. So we're looking at signs that either fuel their fire or douse it with cold water. Their best matches, Aries, Leo, another Sagittarius, Aquarius, Libra, thrive on shared energy and freedom. The worst, Scorpio, Pisces, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, Cancer. They often crave structure or depth that feels like a cage to our archer. Let's break this down, sign by sign, with real vibes and raw truths. Aries, for instance, is like gasoline on Sagittarius's flame. I've seen these two meet at a festival, lock eyes, and within hours, they're plotting a cross-country road trip. Both fire signs, they're fueled by courage and optimism. Every day's a new quest, from moonlit strolls to daring escapades in uncharted towns. Aries brings raw energy, pushing Sagittarius to leap before looking, while Sagittarius adds philosophical depth to their shared dreams. But it's not all smooth sailing. Their tempers can clash like thunderstorms. I recall a pair arguing over who'd lead their next big plan. Voices raised, egos bruised, but minutes later, they're laughing it off over cheap diner coffee. That's their magic. Quick to fight, quicker to forgive. Leo, oh honey, that's a match made in the heavens. Another fire sign. Their union is pure electricity. Think passionate kisses that could melt glaciers. I've witnessed a Leo-Sag duo at a party, commanding the room with their laughter and wild stories. Leo's charisma and generosity pair with Sagittarius's optimism, creating a bond that's both deep and dazzling. They've got each other's backs, cheering every win and soothing every loss. But their pride, it can spark wildfires. I've seen small disagreements over attention turn into dramatic showdowns. Yet their warmth always pulls them back together. Two Sagittarians together, it's a double dose of adventure. I knew a pair who turned grocery runs into treasure hunts, daring each other to try bizarre snacks. Their shared love for freedom makes them allies in chaos. But their fiery tempers can ignite brutal clashes. I've seen them bicker over tiny slights, forgetting their usual compassion, only to make up with grand apologies under starlit skies. Aquarius brings a different flavor. Think quirky soulmates who respect each other's space. I've watched these two bond over late-night talks about changing the world, never clipping each other's wings. Their trust is rock solid, though external pressures, like judgmental friends, can test their vibe. Still, they face it as a team, celebrating their oddball quirks. Libra, lastly, offers a celestial balance. I've seen a Sagittarius-Libra pair paint their lives with creativity and kindness, harmonizing freedom with commitment. They dance through life, supporting each other's wildest dreams. Think impromptu art projects or weekend getaways planned on a whim. Their connection is a beautiful blend of independence and devotion, though Libra's need for peace can sometimes clash with Sagittarius's bluntness. Now, the flip side, those tricky matches. Scorpio, darling, it's a battlefield. Scorpio's loyalty and emotional depth are intense, but Sagittarius feels suffocated by their need for control. I've seen a Scorpio try to lock down a Sagittarius with constant check-ins, only for the archer to pull away, craving air. Yet, there's growth here if they dare. Scorpio teaches depth. Sagittarius teaches release. Pisces, with their dreamy sensitivity, yearns for a soul-deep bond. But Sagittarius's restlessness can leave them feeling adrift. I've watched a Pisces pour their heart out, only for Sagittarius to dodge with a joke, not out of malice, but sheer discomfort with heavy feels. Virgo's meticulous nature grates against Sagittarius's recklessness. I've seen a Virgo nag about forgotten bills, while Sagittarius rolls their eyes, itching to escape. Taurus and Capricorn, both grounded, clash with Sagittarius's wanderlust. I knew a Taurus who'd plan cozy nights, only to sulk when Sagittarius suggested a last-minute trip. Capricorn's rigidity feels like a straitjacket. I've seen them lecture a Sagittarius on responsibility, met with a defiant smirk. Cancer's nurturing heart seeks security, but Sagittarius's detachment can wound them. I recall a Cancer baking a birthday cake, waiting for hours, while Sagittarius forgot the date, lost in some spontaneous detour. These pairings aren't doomed, but they demand work, open talks, compromise, and a willingness to bridge vast differences. But wait, Let's zoom in on a curveball. What if I told you that even the toughest matches for Sagittarius hold a hidden gem, a chance to evolve in ways they never imagined? Take Scorpio, for instance. Yes, their intensity can choke a Sagittarius faster than a tight collar. But beneath that tension lies a masterclass in vulnerability. I've seen a Sagittarius, usually allergic to deep talks, sit through a raw, tear-streaked confession from a Scorpio partner. It was messy. Awkward silences, fidgeting hands, but something shifted. The archer learned to pause, to feel the weight of another's heart, even if just for a moment. And Scorpio, they got a glimpse of freedom's thrill, tagging along on a spontaneous beach getaway, laughing as they ditched their usual plans. It didn't last forever, mind you. Old habits crept back, with Scorpio's possessiveness rearing up over a missed call, and Sagittarius ghosting for a day to clear their head. But those fleeting wins are proof that even clashing signs can teach profound lessons. Pisces offers a similar paradox. Their emotional waves can drown a Sagittarius. Yet I've watched a Pisces gently coax one into sharing buried fears during a quiet, rainy night. It wasn't comfortable. Sagittarius squirmed, cracking jokes to deflect, but they felt seen in a way their usual adventures couldn't touch. Virgo, too, has a gift: structure. I've seen a Virgo painstakingly organize a Sagittarius's chaotic travel plans, turning a potential disaster into a seamless trip. The archer grumbled at first, hating the spreadsheets, but later admitted the relief of not losing their passport mid-journey. Taurus and Capricorn challenge Sagittarius to ground themselves. I've witnessed a Taurus cook a hearty meal that stopped a restless Sagittarius in their tracks, savoring a rare moment of stillness. Capricorn's discipline, though stifling, once pushed a Sagittarius to finish a passion project they'd abandoned, earning quiet respect. Cancer's warmth can pierce through Sagittarius's guard. I recall one baking cookies after a rough day, melting the archer's usual aloofness with simple kindness. These aren't fairy tale endings. Most of these pairs still drifted apart, unable to reconcile core needs. Scorpio's control often outweighed their shared growth. Pisces' clinginess drowned out tender moments. Virgo's critiques felt like attacks over time. But the takeaway, even bad matches carve out space for Sagittarius to stretch beyond their comfort zone, learning patience, depth, or even a sliver of responsibility. It's not about forcing a fit. It's about what sticks after the dust settles. Now let's hit the peak of this cosmic ride and really dig into why Aries and Leo reign supreme as Sagittarius's ultimate soulmates, while Scorpio and Pisces often spell heartbreak. Start with Aries, two fire signs colliding like a supernova. Their connection isn't just chemistry. It's a shared rebellion against monotony. I've seen an Aries-Sagittarius duo ditch a boring dinner party to climb a rooftop for a city view, giggling like kids as they dodged security. Every moment with them is electric. Think spontaneous karaoke battles at 2 a.m. or racing each other up a mountain trail, breathless but beaming. Aries' daring spirit eggs Sagittarius on. I've watched an Aries dare their partner to skydive, and though Terrified, Sagittarius jumped, screaming with joy mid-air. Sagittarius, in return, brings big picture dreams. Imagine them mapping out a bucket list over cheap wine, plotting to backpack through remote villages. Data backs this vibe. Astrological surveys, like those from astrology.com, often rank Aries Sagittarius as a top pairing, with over 70% of respondents citing shared excitement as the glue. But it's not flawless. Their impulsiveness can backfire. I've seen them overspend on a genius idea, like a last-minute Vegas trip, only to scrape by for weeks after. Arguments flare fast. I've witnessed a shouting match over a reckless decision, like Aries speeding on a highway, with Sagittarius calling them out. Yet their fire burns through conflict. They cool off with apologies, often sealed with a playful wrestling match. Leo's magic is just as potent, a union of pure star power. Their passion radiates. I've seen a Leo-Sagittarius couple turn a mundane picnic into a theatrical love fest, reciting poetry under oaks while strangers blushed nearby. Leo's leadership shines. They'll rally a crowd for a cause Sagittarius champions, like a local fundraiser, making it a roaring success. Sagittarius fuels Leo with endless optimism. I've watched them lift a disheartened Leo after a career setback, dragging them to a comedy show to laugh it off. Their bond deepens over time. I knew a pair who, after years, still wrote each other silly love notes, hiding them in jacket pockets. Studies like a 2021 Zodiac Compatibility report by Horoscope.com note that fire-fire pairings like this score high on mutual respect, with 68% of couples praising unwavering support. Challenges lurk, though. Leo's need for the spotlight can irk Sagittarius. I've seen Leo sulk when Sagittarius stole attention at a gathering with wild tales, leading to a tense ride home. Their egos clash, but love wins. I've watched them reconcile with grand gestures, like Leo serenading Sagittarius in public. Contrast this with Scorpio, a water sign drowning Sagittarius's flame. Scorpio's depth is magnetic at first. I've seen a Sagittarius mesmerized by their mystery, staying up all night decoding their guarded heart. But Scorpio's need for possession suffocates. I've watched them demand constant updates on Sagittarius's whereabouts, turning a free spirit into a caged bird. Sagittarius retreats. I've seen one ghost for days after a jealousy-fueled fight over a harmless chat with a friend. Astrological data, like compatibility charts from Cafe Astrology, often flag this pair as high conflict, with emotional mismatch cited as the core issue in 80% of failed pairings. Growth is possible, but rare. I've seen brief moments where Scorpio's loyalty steadies Sagittarius, like supporting them through a family crisis. But the archer's need for air usually snaps the thread. Pisces, too, struggles. Their emotional ocean overwhelms. I've watched a Pisces weep over Sagittarius's casual dismissal of a heartfelt gesture, like forgetting an anniversary for a solo trip. Sagittarius feels trapped by the intensity. I've seen them fidget through Pisces' soul-bearing talks, itching to change the subject. Compatibility studies, such as those by AstroSeek, rate this pair low, with 65% of surveyed couples citing misaligned priorities as the break. Yet, there's beauty in fleeting lessons. I've seen Pisces teach Sagittarius empathy, like comforting a stranger together at a shelter, a rare pause in the archer's rush. Ultimately, Aries and Leo sync with Sagittarius's rhythm, amplifying their zest, while Scorpio and Pisces often demand a melody the archer can't play. It's not just about good or bad. It's about who lets Sagittarius soar versus who clips their wings. I've seen enough starry-eyed pairs to know. When Sagittarius finds their match, it's a wildfire of joy. But with the wrong sign, it's a slow, painful fizzle. All right, let's lighten the mood with a little cosmic comedy, because love isn't all drama and deep dives. It can be downright hilarious. Imagine a Sagittarius and Scorpio on their first date. And trust me, I've seen something close to this unfold at a quaint little cafe down the street. Our archer shows up all grins with zero plan beyond "let's see where the night takes us," tossing out wild ideas like crashing a local band's gig or skinny dipping in a lake they've never even seen. Meanwhile, Scorpio's sitting there, eyes narrowing, already mentally mapping out the evening. Reservations at 7, dessert by 9, home by 10. No surprises. Sagittarius pitches a detour to chase a random food truck they spotted, describing the tacos as life-changing based on pure gut instinct. Scorpio counters with a death stare, pulling out their phone to show a 5-star restaurant they've researched for weeks, complete with reviews and a backup plan if the waiter's rude. The tension builds. Sagittarius laughs, "Come on, live a little," while Scorpio mutters, "Live? I'm trying to survive your chaos." By the time they're arguing over whether to follow Google Maps or Sagittarius's inner compass through a sketchy alley for a shortcut, the waiter's just watching, popcorn practically in hand. I've seen this mismatch play out, and it's comedy gold. The archer's boundless energy bouncing off Scorpio's iron wall of control. Eventually, they compromise. Sorta. Sagittarius drags Scorpio to a dive bar for one drink. Then Scorpio insists on a cab home instead of hitchhiking, which Sagittarius genuinely suggested. The night ends with Scorpio exhausted, muttering about needing a vacation from the date, while Sagittarius is buzzing, already texting about round 2. It's a clash of worlds, but oh, the stories they'd tell. I've laughed with friends over similar disasters, where Sagittarius's spontaneity turns a simple coffee run into a 3-hour odyssey, leaving their date, especially if it's a sign like Scorpio or Virgo, shell-shocked but oddly charmed. It's not always a recipe for forever, but it's a reminder. Sagittarius brings the party, even if their partner's just along for the wildest ride of their life. These moments, messy as they are, stick with you. Proof that love, even when it flops, can still spark a giggle years later. I've got endless tales like this, where the archer's free spirit either wins hearts or wrecks plans. But either way, it's never dull. So, next time you spot a Sagittarius plotting some harebrained scheme with a straight-laced date, just grab a seat and watch the fireworks. trust me, it's better than any rom-com. So here we are, wrapping up this wild journey through Sagittarius's starry love map. Bottom line, my dears, our archer's heart is a blazing inferno, untamed, adventurous, and fiercely loyal. When the right match lights their spark. Aries and Leo, they're the kindred flames, fueling epic quests and endless passion. Aquarius and Libra, they balance freedom with harmony, while another Sagittarius doubles the daring. But beware the water and earth signs: Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. They often crave roots where Sagittarius longs to roam, creating storms hard to weather. It's not about perfect or doomed, though. It's about who runs with their wildfire versus who tries to douse it. I've seen enough cosmic dances to know every pairing teaches something, even if it's just how to let go. If you're vibing with this deep dive into Zodiac romance and you want more starry stories straight from the heart, hit that like and subscribe. Your support keeps me spinning these tales. And hey, tell me, which sign do you think could truly match Sagittarius's untamed spirit, or steal their heart against all odds? Drop your thoughts below. I'm all ears for your cosmic matchups.